Hello friends, the National Library of Ayurveda Medicine is pleased to present a new episode on Ayurveda. The present release is part of a video lecture series prepared for the education of Ayurveda literature in accordance with the academic curriculum of Ayurveda studies in India. My name is Dr. Sumit Kesarkar and I will be your host throughout this video, which gives a brief explanation of Pitta Dosha and its 5 subtypes. Pitta is a force created by Agni and Apaha. This force represents transformation. Pitta transforms raw substances to a state identifiable by the body. Just as the summer heat transforms seawater to rain and age transforms youth to adult, similarly Pitta in the human body transforms life in various etiologies towards physical death. Of the universal qualities, Pitta Dosha has predominance of Sattva. Pitta Dosha, as described in the introduction to Tridosha video, is responsible for transformation. It is a force that is responsible for converting mass into forms. It is a force which creates planets, cells, plants, and all entities conceivable from a primary source. It transforms raw energy into usable source by each entity. For example, it converts food to digestive juice, seawater to rainwater, etc. To understand Pitta Dosha from a human perspective, we need to understand its functions as depicted by Vagbhat in Ashtang Hridaya. The functions in brief are digestion, maintenance of body temperature, metabolism of tissues, vision, hunger, thirst, aura, dharan or retention aspect of memory, courage, bravery, fear, anger, ignorance, delusion or perplexity, suppleness and softness. Pitta Dosha's prime seat of location in a human body is described in Ashtang Hridaya as: the regions are the navel region between the large intestine or colon and stomach, which can be regarded as the major parts of small intestine, sweat, rasadhatu, raktadhatu, eyes and skin. It is centered in the parts of abdomen around the navel or the small intestine and stomach. The pathology of Pitta Dosha can be studied when its proportions increase or decrease in the body. Since Pitta Dosha governs transformation of raw energy into usable form, its increase logically would cause too much consumption of raw sources and produce a not so usable end product. For example, increased Pitta may exhaust the stored energy too quickly, or the end product after transformation may not be in accordance with the body and would lead to increased heat. The increase of Pitta Dosha is described in Ashtang Hridaya as Pitta Vidmutra Netra Tvaka Shutruddaha Alpanidrata. In brief, the symptoms include yellow colored urine, eyes, skin, and stools, increase in hunger or appetite, increased thirst, increased heat which creates burning sensation throughout the body, desire for cool environments and diet, and unconsciousness. Decrease of Pitta Dosha would cause an opposite reaction. The transformation process would be disrupted, leading to unusable end products leading to toxins. The metabolism would go down and growth would be stunted on physical and mental aspects of the body. The decrease of Pitta Dosha is described in Ashtang Hridaya as Pitte Mando Analaha Shitam Prabhahani. In brief, the symptoms include decreased body temperature, decreased gastric fire or appetite, loss of luster or aura, loss of mobility or decreased mobility, feeling cold, different kinds of pain all over the body, anorexia or aversion to food, indigestion and coarseness of body parts. Pitta Dosha carries out its various functions through its subtypes. We have already looked at the subtle relation of Pitta Dosha and its subtypes, which are correlated to humors in modern terms. Pitta Dosha is the all-governing force in the cosmos, and humans are one part of its manifestation. In humans, Pitta Dosha sustains the body along with the other two doshas, Kapha and Vata. However, Pitta Dosha functions in the body are subject to malfunctions, which ultimately proves to be a contributing factor to the physical death of the body. The functions of Pitta are vivid as described earlier and are more specifically carried out or identified by its subtypes. Pitta has 5 subtypes. They are Sadhak Pitta, Alochaka Pitta, Pachak Pitta, Bhranjaka Pitta, and Ranjaka Pitta. They are sometimes referred to as Agnis or forms of fire, as they all serve to provide or promote heat on some level. Sadhak Pitta. Sadhaka is originated from the root Sadh, meaning to accomplish or to realize. Sadhak Pitta means the fire that determines what is truth or reality. Ashtang Hridaya gives description of Sadhak Pitta as Sadhakam Rudatam Pittam Buddhi Medhadi Abhiman Dhairya Abhipretartha Sadhanat. It is said to be located at Hridaya. Hridaya can be deciphered as the brain or the heart. Sadhak Pitta functions through the nervous system and senses. Like Pranavayu, it has an inward movement. It gives fire and digestive capacity to the brain and senses. When impaired, we suffer from lack of clarity, confusion, or delusion and become unable to distinguish between our fantasies and reality. Sadhak Pitta governs our mental energy, mental digestion, or the digestion of impression, ideas, or beliefs, and our power of discrimination. Our intelligence or buddhi functions through it. It governs inner combustion, the release of energy from our impressions and life experiences to empower the mind. It directs our intelligence within. It helps to accomplish the goals of the intellect, intelligence, or ego. On a lower level, these include worldly goals of pleasure, wealth, and prestige, and on a higher level, the spiritual goal of liberation. Alochaka Pitta. Alochak is originated from the root loch, which means eye. Alochak Pitta means the fire that governs visual perception. Ashtang Hridaya gives description of Alochak Pitta as Rupa Alochanat Smrutam Drukastam Alochakam. It is located in the eyes. Clearness in the eyes reflects a good digestive power and deeper intelligence. Like Udanavayu, it has upward motion. It is responsible for the reception and digestion of light from the external world. Centered in the pupils of the eyes, it allows us to see. When impaired, we suffer from failure of vision or eye diseases. Pachak Pitta. Pachaka is originated from the root pach, meaning to digest. Pachak Pitta means the form of Pitta that digests things. Ashtang Hridaya gives description of Pachak Pitta as Tatra Pakvashaya Madhyagam Panchabhutatmakat Vepi Yataya Jasa Gunodayata Tyakta Dravatam Pakadi Karmana Anala Shabditam Pachyat Annam Vibhajata Sara Kitto Pruthaka Tatha Tatrastameva Pittanam Sheshanama Apya Anugraham Karoti Baladanena Pachakam Nama Tatasmrutam. It is located in the small intestine. It governs the power of digestion. From it comes the bile salts and acids that digest our food. In addition, it governs the regulation of body temperature and helps maintain the power of circulation. When impaired, we suffer from indigestion. This consists of hyperacidity and ulcers when it is high. When it is low, we have poor absorption, lack of bodily heat, and low Agni or digestive fire. Pachak Pitta is the basis and support of the other forms of Pitta. Pachak Pitta is the first consideration in the treatment of Pitta, as a primary source of heat is the digestive fire Agni, with which this form of Pitta is intimately bound. Like Samanvayu, it has mainly an equalizing or balancing action and discriminates the nutrient from the non-nutrient part of food. It is responsible both for building up our tissues and for destroying any pathogens that have entered the body with the food. Bhranjaka Pitta. Bhranjaka is originated from the root Bhraj, meaning to shine or luster. Bhrajak Pitta means the fire that governs luster or complexion. Ashtang Hridaya gives a description of Bhrajak Pitta as Tvakastham Bhrajakam Bhrajana Tvachaha. It is located in the skin and maintains complexion and color of skin. It governs our digestion of warmth or heat and sunlight, which we absorb through the skin. Through it, we can read the heat and warmth of the body, the glow of our aura. Like Vyanvayu, it is involved in the process of circulation and has an outward moving energy. It is like the warmth of our peripheral circulation. Through it, our heat is diffused and dispersed. When increased, it causes sweating. Ranjak Pitta. Ranjaka is originated from the root Ranjan, meaning to color. Ranjak Pitta means the form of fire that imparts color. Ashtang Hridaya gives description of Ranjak Pitta as Amashayashrayam Pittam Ranjakam Rasaranjanat. It is located in the liver, spleen, stomach and small intestine. It gives color to the blood, bile and stool. It functions as the warmth in the blood and the circulatory system. Like Apan Vayu, it has a downward moving energy and can promote or purge toxins. Accumulated Pitta colors the other secretions and waste materials of the body, particularly urine and feces, giving it their normal color. This concludes our video on Pitta Dosha and its 5 subtypes. I hope this video was informative and made the subject clear. Comments and feedback are highly appreciated and you can leave them by visiting the National Library's website at www.nlam.in or likewise by writing to me at vdsumit@gmail.com. Thank you for watching.